Welcome back to CTV Morning Live on our Ask the Expert segment with Doyle Salewski. Paul Salewski joining us this morning. The number to call, 789-6559, extension 2803. You can send us an email question. You can also reach us via our Facebook page and our Twitter handle. All right, so Paul, our discussion continued well into the commercial break. Education. Or educating people. I mean, I was just educated right there on exactly what it was. So how much of a role does that play?
Well, we have a very important role. Part of the whole process of this, whether you do a proposal or whether you do a bankruptcy, requires you attend some counseling sessions with my staff. We spend some time with you on what caused your insolvency, ways of maybe you can cope with that, sending you to places that might give you some help. For example, you have a gambling addiction, we can send you to contact with Gamblers Anonymous, for example, or Alcoholics Anonymous. So part of the role is that. We help a little bit with budgeting, tell you how to do a bit of budgeting, how you can maybe help your own self in learning how to budget and stuff like that. So education is a large component of what we do.
Can I ask, because you just brought that up in terms of gambling and alcohol issues, how much do you see of that being a real crucial aspect of landing in this situation?
Gambling is becoming more and more of an issue that we see. There's a lot of situations out there where gambling is a big problem for lots of people. But we don't see it. It's not an all staggering type number, but there's people that have those issues. And it's an addiction like anything else. It's a sickness and they need help.
It is. However, with one thing like that, you could be bringing down a family or mortgages and bills. I mean, it's something that would then affect and put a family into a very scary situation.
If one partner has a gambling problem, the whole family goes down. Sure, you're exactly right.
It's heart-wrenching situations, and so I ask you, it must be very difficult for you on certain occasions to be dealing with an emotional aspect and a realistic aspect and the corporate aspect of what happens here.
Well, yeah, and sometimes you'll get just nice young couples in front of you. Maybe one of them has lost their job. They've been living at the edge with 2 paychecks. That one paycheck is gone. Always pulls at your heart with situations like that. But your job still is to help them cope with their situation, give them some advice on where to go, and depending upon what course of action they take, then administer whatever that course of action is. Yeah, it's tough sometimes.
It really is. Like I think of that, and I think of certain people in certain situations, and they never probably anticipated falling into a situation like that, especially when you're talking about job loss, that all of a sudden it's a very quick and immediate change in your financial structure.
We see a lot of job loss, we see a lot of marital breakdown, we see a lot of that as situations that give rise to a financial problem. If things are going fine, most people out there, I believe, live with high debt. We've got the highest debt levels in the country right now that we've had ever. And people are living there, and a small change in their circumstances can just knock them out.
Then you become the relationship expert as you're sitting in the office.
Sometimes, sometimes.
I can imagine kind of like how it differentiates.
Yeah, and part of the role, as I said before, is to ferret out from them what their difficulties were and then trying to help them so that those difficulties don't return again. So they don't have that problem 5 years from now or 10 years from now. The whole idea is to help them out of the situation, rehabilitate them, let them get on with their life and get the debt behind them.
And that's normally the case, is that once they're the case, your success rate in that is pretty good.
Yeah, fairly high, we like that, yeah. People always, we've got a lot of accolades from our clients saying, you've helped me out, I didn't realize this was here, I didn't know I could do this. And frankly, for a lot of people, there's a lot of relief when they leave our office after that first visit, from the time they walked in the office.
And let's talk about that first visit. How much information is critical when people are walking in for that first time?
Well, basically starts mainly with a phone call. We set up an appointment to come and see one of our counselors. We then suggest you bring certain documents, and they come in, and my staff then look at those documents, look at their situation, get kind of a snapshot of where they are, and based upon that, based upon what debts they owe, the income they have, come up with some ideas of how they can cope with their debt.
Interesting topic of conversation, lots of information there. We do want to take your questions, so we're going to take a commercial break. We need to get your questions in via email, via Facebook, via Twitter, and give us a call live on the air. Again, the number is 789-6559, extension 2803. You can also, over this time, take an opportunity to check out their website. A lot of information is listed right there, and we can get to some more of that information after the break.